From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DBIC, the Primetime Capper, and this is the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles, live on IG, and boy, oh boy, it is a good day to be a bettor. We have NBA, college basketball, and we have the NFL tonight as well, too, and I got my 2 cents on what happened yesterday as well. It was a crazy day in the NFL yesterday. Washington could have clinched the playoff berth, fell short. The Browns could have clinched the playoff berth, fell short. The Colts could have clinched the playoff berth, fell short. The Titans could have won the AFC South last night, fell short. Just incredible that how crazy it went yesterday for a lot of these teams and the way these scenarios are working out now in the NFL as well too. But we'll get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna talk a little bit of ish this morning, man. And we're not gonna be too long about it. Dizzy get busy. RJ, what's going on? Happy Monday to you guys, fellas. Sinky Mono, good to see you as always. All right, so I just had to shout y'all out because y'all the riders, man. Y'all be in here all the time, man. So I truly appreciate it. Y'all know the movement is moving. And so when I get big, y'all at the party. Let's call it. All you folks trying to come in the last minute. Hey, yeah, I've been following for years. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sure. All right. So yesterday afternoon. This is why you hate the early game at Staples if you're the Lakers or the Clippers, okay? Or if you're a bad team that's visiting. But usually this works out very well for bad teams as well, too. The Clippers yesterday were down 77-27 at the half. I can't make this up. You guys see the numbers right here as well, too, don't you? Don't you see them numbers right there? 36-13 in the first quarter, 41-14 in the second quarter. I'd have went home, bro. Forget that. I'd have went home. I swear, I'd have just went out there. It'd have been the last player on the bench and 4 assistant coaches out there playing for the rest of the day, dog. Seriously. 77-27. This is just absolutely embarrassing, dog. Like, seriously. Like, if this was your favorite team, like, you really ain't got nothing to say for the rest of the season, dog. Like, seriously. Like, Paul George, no big deal. Man, it's a big-ass deal, bruh. And you and Kawhi up here, we LA this, LA that, woo, 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 woo. Y'all looking more like Riverside and Palmdale to me, bruh. Seriously. I thought that was a rec league score. I remember whenever we played the Hood Boys, pretty much, it was a park called Robinson Park. If you from my city, Pasadena, you know what I'm talking about. And they always used to have these ringers and all these players playing for them, right? Guys that were like maybe a year or two older than us, trying to go out there. And like, dude, you play on a JV team. And we're all like in the 6th, 7th grade and stuff. So pretty much, but this was in my younger years though, like elementary school. These guys used to literally beat us down, dog. Like seriously, and the score used to look just like that. And it's like, we trying, but damn. You know what I mean? But come on, bro. How you 2-0 and they're 0-2? And I know the Mavs are one of the better teams in the Western Conference. We're not going to take that away from them, but damn. Again, Clippers, wow, like seriously. Like, y'all lucky there wasn't no fans there because they would have threw stuff on the court, dog, or just would have just left. You know what I mean? Or they'd have just been up in there prideful talking about, well, it's okay. We still beat the Lakers opening night. It doesn't matter. This is what the Lakers play for. This is what we play for. We don't play for who's going to be winning opening night. That's stupid. The opening night trophy. All right, so pretty much let's look at the finish of the game as well, too. Just real quick. As y'all can see, they had 3 guys in double figures, and Paul George scored 15 points. We got evidence right now. They lose the game by 51 points. That's a damn shame. And they scored what? I don't even think they scored 27 points. I don't even think they scored 50 points in the second half. It was that bad. Like, seriously. Like, Clipper fans, it's okay if you want to turn in your jersey today. All right, dog? It's all right. But seriously, don't say anything to any Laker fans for the rest of the year, dog. Seriously. Y'all see, I'm showing y'all the stats so y'all can see the evidence right now. PG 15 points and you passing up on the Lakers the year before they get LeBron. You idiot. Only bright spot that they had here was there was no bright spot. There was no bright spot. All right, so this is going to get some people excited right now. Where are my Dallas Cowboy fans at? Because the real Dallas Cowboys have finally arrived. Jeez Louise. The Cowboys started the season off 2-7 this year and then wind up going 4-2 since the bye and find themselves in position to actually win the NFC East. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I actually believe that they're going to be able to do this because Washington ain't got no quarterback. Dwayne Haskins has totally lost the confidence of the coaches. Pretty much if they taking you out in the fourth quarter, they pretty much saying that it's a wrap for you. And you already got caught in the strip club, pretty much hanging out and everything like that. And knowing that your team is in a playoff situation and all that good stuff, the Cowboys saved the best for last. And it's crazy. It took a while, but still, well, I'm going to be honest with you. The Sixers got beat yesterday because Embiid was out. That was the only reason why they got beat yesterday. And the Cavs are kind of feeling themselves right now. They had a good game last night. You know what I mean? They got a good young nucleus that's learning how to win games and everything like that. It's crazy because the Cavs actually haven't had Kevin Love all season yet. They played 3 games, 3-0. Kevin Love hasn't been there one time. So that just means that there could be a possible Kevin Love trade coming up in probably the next month or two. So pretty much, man, as you guys can see, yeah, dizzy, bro. And then the Eagles yesterday, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I think Jalen Hurts y'all got a little bit too excited about Jalen Hurts, bro. Yesterday, he was absolutely terrible. To be dead honest with you. Yeah, he kept it going and kept trying, but was it that much of a fall off from what you guys was getting from Wentz? Seriously, yeah, he just runs the ball a little bit more. That's about it. But yeah, he looked good in the one win that they did get. But other than that, they've been struggling with Hurts here at quarterback the last few games, and they were big games that they had to win. And so pretty much right now, they're out of it now. They're out the playoffs. But I think they're going to try to play big spoiler next weekend as well, too. Because they got a matchup that they can win. I know Hurts ain't thinking about the offseason like that. That's why somewhat he is the starter right now. So pretty much it's going to be fun next weekend. And guess what? Philly fans, you've been flexed into the Sunday night game as well, too. So pretty much you guys can play the spoiler on Sunday night. I don't know why they think that's going to be the right Sunday night football game, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not in control of the NFL media. But if anything, I would have probably put the Browns-Steelers game up there because that one that's a rivalry game, and it's in Cleveland. And literally, dude, this is for the Browns to go to the playoffs. And, that's the team that they've been talking about for the last month and everything. So pretty much there it is, though. Cowboys risen from the dead and find themselves in good position right now. Find themselves in good position. And if they wind up making the playoffs this year and winning the NFC West, we'll be right on with our prediction with NFL Bet Exchange. I thought it was a total flop. The wins and losses was a total flop, but them winning the division is still a possibility. So get them, Cowboys. So all my Cowboy fans, y'all got something to root for this week. All right, so last but not least, NFL playoffs. What a headache. You have 5 teams who are 10-5, and only 4 of them can get in here. It's going to be really sad to see if all these teams wind up winning, these 10-5 teams wind up winning on Sunday, it's going to be 5-11-5 teams. Dude, it's going to be absolutely sick. You know what I mean? Because none of them are playing each other. And it would be absolutely sick if all of them wind up winning an 11-5, and then you're going to have to be left out of the playoffs. Like, we should have a play-in game. Like, I'm serious, dude, because this is absolutely nuts. I've never seen it like this, to where you've had multiple teams over 10 wins. Like, they have at least 7 teams in the division. No, not 7, 8 teams in pretty much, what is it, a 16 team division. You have half of your teams with double-digit wins, dog. Wow. It's just crazy. That's nuts. But then you got 2 teams with double-digit losses as well, too. So it goes to show you that it's we got some cupcakes over here in the AFC as well, too. So it's crazy, bro, to be that honest with you. But I think this is how it's going to roll. I think the Browns wind up beating the Steelers. Because that game right there, bro, that one right there should motivate you in your next game. I think the Colts sneak in as well, too. They're going to have an easy game next week playing against Jacksonville, but we thought it was an easy game week 1 for them as well, too, and they wound up losing. But that's a revenge game for them. They're going to be Indianapolis, and they're going to want to get that bad taste out of their mouth from last week. So I think that they're in. And Ravens, most definitely, I think the Ravens are in as well, too. But I hate to say this, and I know Miami fans ain't going to want to hear this at all. I think Miami's the one that gets left out. Because the thing is, what's going to happen here is that they're going to play Buffalo. Buffalo is not going to lay down, because Buffalo's playing for that second seed. Buffalo would love to have 2 playoff games at home before they got to travel to Kansas City, if that's the destination that they have to get to, because they like everything goes through Arrowhead. But the way that the Chiefs been playing the last few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if they run into a really good team in the second round off that bye and get one and done. And, pretty much I'm giving you guys the early heads up on this right now, too. I seen this movie before where teams coasted all throughout the season. They looked good. Then they started looking really bad at the end of the year. As you guys know, the Chiefs haven't been able to cover anything in 2 months. So, you know what? How much more can we keep trusting this team? I know they got Mahomes, they got this, they got that, but they had issues yesterday with the Atlanta Falcons of all teams. So, pretty much we'll see how it goes, but it is the end of the season. Ain't nobody trying to get people hurt, and it is what it is. But I think that's what happens in the AFC. And on the NFC side of things, I think the NFC is going to be very formful. I think the Cardinals are going to be the ones getting left out. I know the Rams are going to be without Jared Goff. They're going to be without Henderson, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. I think the defense is going to put it upon themselves to beat them killers in that game Sunday. And you know what? Believe it or not, the Rams have a pretty good backup as well, too. So we'll see how it goes. But let's stop with all the Sports Talk Monday stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into these bets, because I know this is exactly what y'all here for. So up first, we got the AEC, the American East Conference, and we're going to rock with the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. You know, these guys will forever be legends. These are the guys that whooped up on Virginia as the first 16 seed ever to advance in the NCAA tournament. I feel like UMBC has themselves a good spot today. Binghamton took care of us yesterday. UMBC take care of us today. This should be a good, nice blowout for them, because they got to know them yesterday. They kind of played around with them a little bit, a little bit of Sunday patty cake. But today we have some Monday smash. So it is what it is. UMBC, do your job. Minus 12.5. Let's see how it shakes out. Hartford, bet back. Hartford didn't look too good last night, but you know what? They're playing these back-to-back games here in conference play to get the conference out the way and everything like that. So pretty much I think Hartford bounced back big time tonight, and I like always taking them on a Monday too. They always seem to be real fun on a Monday. So Hartford money line plus 150. Let's see how it shakes out. I'm guessing that the Patriot League isn't playing this year, because I'm missing them in the Lehigh of the world. Who else? Loyola Maryland. All the man, where y'all at? We don't. I guess we're not having Patriot League this year. Army's always a good team for that as well too. And Army was killing it before. Pretty much they had to go on hiatus and everything like that. And then we got Mass Low today. That's Massachusetts Lowell, if you guys don't know. So pretty much we're gonna take Mass Low today, and I like them. I think Mass Low could win the game as well too. It's a toughie though. It's Stony Brook. And Stony Brook had they way with them yesterday, but Maslow is still the same team that got that huge victory. Was it Virginia? No, or was it San Francisco that beat Virginia? Maslow beat somebody else though, and it was huge. So pretty much +3 on Maslow. Let's see what they can do. And Vermont, who is the heavy favorite to win the title in this conference this year, they go ahead and they're gonna take on NJIT. I got it right today. I threw NJIT in there, and then there it is, -12 Vermont. Let's see how it shakes out. Thanks, Stack, because you got Philly teams in there too. I already know. I can't wait to watch the Bucknells, the Colgates. That conference is fun, dog. I'm telling you, and they present great value. You could get a good win off of a team like Holy Cross, who's always awful. Holy Cross actually won the tournament one year with the losing record. So that's how deep that conference can get for you as well too. And then Boston University, them is them boys right there. Boston University has cashed out so many big dogs for me. It's not even funny, dog. Like they've actually went in there and been killers, seriously. So I can't wait for the Patriot League. We move on, and we got the Big Ten, which I consider the best conference in the nation. Boy, oh boy, they got some players in this conference right now, dog, to be that honest with you. Luka Garza leading the nation in scoring 28.8 a game. We're going to talk about this week on Hoops 101 as well, too. I'm planning on recording it today, hopefully, or tomorrow morning, so you guys can get it by tomorrow evening and everything like that. Because Hoops 101, we're going to be talking college this week and catching up a little bit on the NBA and everything like that. So be ready for Hoops 101 this week as well, too. So Big Ten Bets List. The -9 Wisconsin today. I think Wisconsin's going to be good money for us today. It looks like a tough spot for Wisconsin because it is a tough game for them. But I think that they do take care of their business here because they are at home. So pretty much Wisconsin by 10 or better. Let's see how it shakes out. Then you got Minnesota going against a Michigan State team that just got beat by Wisconsin. And Minnesota's feeling pretty good about themselves. Got a big win over Iowa this weekend as well, too. Where I'm looking at is that Minnesota winds up getting a big upset tonight as the slight dog as well, too. It's okay because this is about the time of year where you have a team like Michigan State where they wind up blowing games early in the season, but they'll be there later on in the year when you need them. You know what I mean? So I just don't like it tonight. I just didn't like the way that they played Saturday. So you know what? I'm taking my money elsewhere. Minnesota was a premium play for us the other day. They took care of their business for us. I trust them. Let's go ahead and see how it shakes out, and see what Richard Pitino got up his sleeve. All right, so we got the Missouri Valley Conference, and we have the 4.5 on Drake today. And no, I'm not talking about Aubrey. I'm talking about Drake, the university over in is it Wisconsin or Illinois? This is somewhere, but pretty much -4.5 on Drake today. 7 Illinois, -9 on them. I think that this should be a good game for 7 Illinois today. They should take care of their business in this spot as well, too. Then I got Illinois State today again, +17.5. I think that they covered today, yesterday. They got a little overwhelmed early and they were out of it. But, when you get whooped up like that, you go to the hotel and you tell yourself, that ain't going to happen again. So I think that they step it up today and they lose by less than 17.5 points. And then you have Missouri State, who actually won by 20 points yesterday. And what did I say? You can money line these boys, and they was way bigger on the spread yesterday. Today they're +3.5. They won by 20 yesterday. So pretty much, why are they still the underdog? Because they feel like Northern Iowa has a much better team than they do. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to take Missouri State to go ahead and cover again. And I think that's going to be a big possibility that occurs as well, too. So there it is. Those are our bets list for today. In total of 10 bets for you guys today. So let's see how it shakes out, and we move forward from there. We got ourselves the NBA. Super high five. And here it is. We got the under 223 Pistons and Hawks. Let me explain my reasoning for this. The reason why I'm not taking anything but the scoreboard in this game, peep game. Derrick Rose is averaging 14 points a game for this team. Then you have Blake Griffin, who's getting about 26 or so points a game as well, too. Something in that regard. So that's about 40 points that's getting taken off the board right now for the Pistons tonight because both those players are out. Blake is getting low management rest, and D Wade has a toe situation. So they're both out for this game against the Hawks. That's why the Hawks are such a big favorite tonight as well, too. It's not because they've been killing it in their first few games. It's because the Pistons are shorthanded. And so pretty much it's going to be easy for me to take this bet under 223. I think this is an absolute steal right here because you have to look at the numbers and you tell yourself that when two of your better scorers are out and your two veteran leaders and your two actual all-stars are out, it's going to be different. I know Derek and Blake haven't been in the All-Star game in years, but still, at one point in time, about the late 2000s and early 2010s, those guys were running the NBA universe. They were very integral to the NBA universe. I know they're much better than the most of these top picks that they have right now, the ones that have came out in the last few years. But under 223 Pistons Hawks, let's see how it goes, and maybe we may see the debut of Oni and Ekwe as well, too, because they're still monitoring that situation. And the Nets, we gonna get you on a bet back tonight because the Nets let us down yesterday. We had an 8.5 over the Hornets yesterday. Hornets wound up winning the game by 2 points yesterday. I saw the game on NBA TV. The Nets just weren't into it. And you know what? That's a boring-ass arena as well, too. So when you play in an arena and it's just kind of boring to play in, you start getting lackadaisical and you start overlooking things. And they just thought they could just go ahead and just blow them away at any point. It didn't work out like that. The Hornets used this game as motivation, and it usually happens when you're playing against the better teams. And the Nets didn't get the memo. They wound up losing by 2. Now they fly back home tonight. I think that they should take care of their business. They're playing against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies aren't bad, but the Grizzlies are slow starters. So pretty much it is what it is. -6 on the Nets, and it is what it is. All right. And then I knew he was going to come in here talking about Green Bay. Good for you, man. What you call Green Bay took care of their business last night. But, pretty much today is a new day, and hopefully they take care of their business next week as well, too, so they can get to the next spot. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Everybody going to go 50-50 here. You're going to play what you want to play. It is what it is. So it's your investment. If the investment goes wrong, it goes wrong. If it goes right, it goes right. We got another day. Titans just didn't look good last night. And plus 8.5 Thunder, you slammed on some other ones that didn't work out either, and then you did come back. So, pretty much, let's not do the bragging stuff, bro. What you call it? Plus 8.5 on the Thunder. And this one right here, I think this is going to be a good one tonight. A lot of people are going to overbet the Jazz here, and pretty much the Thunder, I think they'll come back tonight and they'll look pretty good because they caught you off guard the other night with that good win that they got against the Hornets. I think that they can do the same thing tonight. I don't know if they win, but I know they keep this thing close. So plus 8.5 on the Thunder. Let's see how it shakes out. And then the dog of the day. As long as I got Harden on the court, we got a chance. Plus 225. And I think the Nuggets are actually just starting off really slow. And I'm telling you right now, something's wrong with Jamal Murray. I think that Jamal Murray, he got really, really banged up when he was in the bubble. And you know what? It's starting to catch up with him a little bit. It seemed like he had a heel issue. And it seems like it hasn't healed yet because, they were only off for about 2 months, 3 months. And he was banged up because he put in serious work. When you over there throwing up 40 in 3 straight games, and then you playing in a series where you got to come back twice from 3-1, and then you got to go against the Lakers and try to, play them 2-on-5 with Jokic. It catches up with you. So I think the boy needed about an extra month off. But, the season starts and you got to get him right. But I'm telling you this, we'll probably get something about the next week where he's somewhat sore and they're going to be resting him for a few weeks. You know what I mean? So pretty much I like the Rockets tonight because James Harden got a chip on his shoulder, man. He's not going to go out there and embarrass himself. He's not trying to go out there and lose games now because he doesn't want his value to go down. He just don't want to play for the Rockets anymore. And they'll figure out a way to get him to wherever they need to get him to, most likely New York. So the Knicks need to start playing better so then they can go ahead and get their future. So, pretty much I love the Rockets here, plus 225. What, dude, you have to understand, the thing is, the Hawks were minus 10 when I put this down. So then pretty much the Hawks being a minus 8.5 tonight looks good. It looks really good on paper. But when you wind up having to deal with a team that's actually in the position of what the Pistons are tonight, the Pistons know what type of game they got to play. They got to be defensive tonight. They can't really worry about offensive things like that. That's why I'm taking the under 223 tonight. Because regardless of them not having their stars tonight, it makes it still a dangerous spot for a team like the Hawks because they can take that into mind and think that they have themselves an easy night. And the Hawks ain't good enough for all that yet. Seriously, they're not. I know that Trey's been killing it. He dropped 36 and 37 the first few games, but you have to understand that this team is still building and they're still growing. So if they overlook the Pistons tonight, they could get popped. So I don't know. The 8.5 looks good, but the thing is, though, you might want to tease them a little bit down. You might want to just throw a -6 teaser out there real fast. Have some fun tonight because you have some other spots that feel in very good for that bet as well, too. If this is my advice for you guys. For my teaser players, this is what I would do. I would play the under, whatever the under is with the Pistons and the Hawks, and the raise up the under, so you probably could get it at 229. I would do a Nets deal where you would get the Nets down to a -1, and then I would try to get down the Hawks to like a -5 tonight. And I think that would be an awesome teaser for you tonight. So how about that? So if you have a teaser like that, do the under in the Pistons-Hawks game, do the Nets and the Thunder. I think it'll work out very well for you tonight. But all in all, back to what I was saying, I love the Rockets today. I know that everybody's thinking like, well, they don't have John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. Well, they didn't have them the last 8 years James Harden was on the team, but that didn't stop him from winning games against teams like the Nuggets with no help. There's been plenty of nights where it was just on Harden. And you got to understand this team does revolve around him, and he still has guys that ride with him. You know what I mean? I know he's had some issues with the young boys, but sometimes that brings the team together even closer, dog. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on in the locker room, because if it was really toxic, really bad, Harden wouldn't be even allowed to be around those boys. All right, so it is what it is. Rockets plus 225, dog of the day. Let's go. Put your balls on the table. Then you got the over 225 Blazers, Lakers, and this one right now. This one could have been the dog of the day because I'm going to tell you like this. LeBron's 50-50 right now. Ankle issues right now. So pretty much over 225 Blazers, Lakers. It looks good to me tonight because I think that you got Schroeder in there. Schroeder kind of makes up for the points that you might miss with LeBron or you might miss with the other bench players as well too. And shout out to Kyle Kuzma. He's over here shutting up the haters right now. I already knew Kuzma was capable of doing what he had to do, but he's been killing it the last few games. He really killed it last night as well too. And I just really think that this one will wind up going over. Lakers and Blazers got a little bit of beef, you know what I mean? Dame Lillard kept running off at the mouth, and then you saw how he quit. Y'all know he quit. Lakers had him down 3-1. Lakers beat him by 30. Oh, my leg hurts. Your leg was hurting the whole time, bro. But it hurts so much that I got to go home. All right, sure. And then talk all the most on Twitter. I can't stand guys like that, bro. Seriously, you better take your whooping. You know what I mean? You don't run off on your team and let them be the sacrificial lambs. You better take that beat down. You know what I mean? He left the bubble. He didn't even want to sit there and see his team get whooped. But it is what it is. I like the over 225 Blazers Lakers. If you want to do a little fun thing where you say, okay, I want some dogs. I want some dogs on a dog parlay tonight. I would say this in the NBA. you do this. You do Rockets, Blazers, and then maybe you might want to throw the Thunder in there as well too, just for fun. There goes a 3-play for you right there if you need the dogs tonight, because I wouldn't have the Pistons as a dog tonight. The Pistons, you saw what they did. We had them on the super high five 2 games in a row. They wound up not doing anything. So that's why they scoreboard. And they kind of forced on us tonight because it is five NBA games. So let me go ahead. Let's get down to the final subject. And, exactly what we're here for. Monday Night Football. It's a Monday night party. You got Josh Allen going against Cam Newton tonight. Cam Newton, this is a make-or-break situation for Cam Newton tonight. Pretty much he'll probably be rested next week. They'll let Stidham get the play. But I think if Cam has a big game, there's a possibility Cam comes back next season. But you know what? It's not that bad of a deal for Cam, because Cam might not have went the way we thought it was going to go in New England. But I think if you give him another year with Belichick, they'll be fine. Or you could do this. You could try to maneuver him before, he becomes a free agent and everything like that. But there's plenty of teams out there that would love to sign Cam Newton next season that are quarterback thirsty, in my opinion, dog, to be dead honest with you. So pretty much Josh Allen over here has became the king of the East. He's taken over the throne from Brady, and I think the Bills are going to be good for a long time coming, to be that honest with you. I know everybody has their love fest with the Dolphins and everything like that, but the Dolphins are actually playing good team ball. That's about it. But and the Jets are years away, dude. Seriously. The Jets, I don't know about them, dude. The Jets, we've tried to give the Jets multiple chances to become that team, but they just can't do it. All right, so pretty much this is a very good game. This is, to me, what they would like to say, the passing of the torch. And too bad it's not Tom Brady doing it, but it's going to be Bill Belichick passing the torch over to the Buffalo Bills. And that's how it looks, but that don't mean when you get the torch passed to you that you're going to win the game. You know what I mean? So pretty much, I know that's what the idea that they're giving all of us. But, if you guys watch NFL Bet Exchange, you already know where I'm going. It's a dog, eat dog world. I'm telling you. I think the Pats still come up big tonight, and there ain't going to be no passing of the guard. It's just that, look, we had a bad season, and we'll be back. We'll see you next season. But you know what? We're going to send you home with something. So, it's been almost 30 years since the Bills have swept the Pats in the season, and I think it's going to be very difficult to do. I'm taking the Pats with the +7. I'm taking the money line +265 as well too, and then I like the over 9.5 team total first half for the Patriots as well, and I like the under 9 first quarter as well too in this game. We got a +7 and a over under 47, and I'm gonna be dead honest with you, that number is gonna creep down to +6.5 as well too. Pretty much because I know what's happening right now. I'm looking at the action. A lot of their late money is probably going to be spilled in on the Patriots. So a lot of people in love with that +7. And when was the last time the Patriots were a +7 or higher at home as the dog? Is this 1991, 1990 when the team won one game? I don't know. But at the end of the day, though, that's what we have. +7 Pats. Pats money line +265. Pats over 9.5 team total first half, and then the under 9 first quarter. So there it is. There it is. Boom. So once again, we got ourselves another big day of sports. We'll be back tomorrow for some more sports. With the NBA and CBB and some college football games as well too. So we got that in store. And, pretty much you guys are the absolute best. You guys know that already, though. And pretty much, once again, you guys already know the show is sponsored by The Hat Club. You guys hit the link on the YouTube or on the IG, and you guys can go ahead and get your hats, just like this one that I'm wearing right now. get any type of hat. And you guys can go there to the hat club and go ahead and be taken care of. Hit the link, get 10% off. You guys can also go ahead and check out the Stacey Adams. And pretty much if you guys make a purchase over $75 or better, they'll knock off 15% on that as well too. And then 6T rental cars. Get you a caddy, get you a Benz, and you can get 10% off once you go ahead and hit that link. That's on the show description as well too. So I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in to the Premier Sports Betting Show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the this is the Primetime Angles live on IG. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. once again, and you guys make sure to tune in, and make sure when you guys see the YouTube on your Twitter or on your on any of your feeds, just go ahead and please retweet, share, do what you got to do, okay? Let's keep the movement moving, and let's keep winning, all right? It is what it is. Bet with your head, not with your heart. And I am gone. Thank you for tuning in to the Primetime Angles, the Premier Sports Betting Show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. This is a PrimeWave media production, and go ahead and press that subscribe button.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave media production.